Yeah, I had about 150 and that spaced out. I was like, not even feeling it. And the next day, you see it all.
Are we live? Those sirens are meant to, aren't they? There's a lot, isn't there? Like bikes. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Seen that gun handle? Seen this?
Oh, that's really good.
Huh?
That's really good.
Is it really good? Strong and all. Right, he's over there. Apparently, it's supposed to be patriots protecting.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Patriots protecting statues.
There was a load of motorbikes here.
There was a load of motorbikes here apparently earlier. The Patriot motorbikes.
I don't know, they were in black masks.
In black masks, eh? Got no chat, where's my chat gone? Yeah, so we've actually got the Palestine down here now. I've actually spoken to the copper with the one who with the white hat on from last week, if you remember, and he's actually stated to me on the record that waving the Wahhabi fucking Hamas flags and the jihadi flags is actually a criminal offence, and they will actually be nicking people today for this criminal offence. And if they're outnumbered, the reason why they weren't nicking them last week is because they was filming them to nick them. So that's all happening. We may go down there at some stage. Just going to see if they come up this way first. Well, they've actually brought it away from the cenotaph, but they're going to have to march past the cenotaph, and no doubt they will actually be surrounding the cenotaph if there is any numbers that are remotely like how many came last week. suppose they're all in the square. They're all in the square?
Most of them are in
Trafalgar Square. I don't want to mooch down there for the fucking internet to go down. What do you reckon?
Get it just by the stage or start going?
I don't know. What I know is do you want to go down there? Yeah, boys and girls in the chat, can we get some input? Do we go down there and risk the internet going down? Or do we sit here for a minute? I ain't actually got a George's cross on me. Get yourself down there, boy. Right. It's actually starting to rain as well.
I had a coat on.
You're so pissed. You took your coat off, mate. You're a bit big, ain't you? Stay put for now, stay put, spark up.
Not quite.
Risky, you can always come back on. We can't do high-co signal shot at the moment. I did see he was live actually, I meant to ask. Right. Find the edge. Fuck me. Right, stranger. Find the edge. That's not a bad shout. I do want to do what the other one said as well.
Yeah, if we start lagging, we'll just move back.
We do that then, eh? Let's go for an old mooch, my boys and girls. Oh shit.
We're already on the road. It's their fault if they hit us.
We're safe here, aren't we? Oh? Throwing rocks, are they?
Snail. One here, Laura.
Who? Oh yeah? What about her?
Yeah, I was with Will, her, and we were just following it, and then there's just loads of rocks coming at us. So we had to like hide each other.
What a fucking dish they got. Jenny.
So this song From the River to the Sea, is that seen as...
That's anti-Semitic now, apparently. It's calling for the genocide of the Jew, but I didn't.
Well, if we can't...
I weren't sure of that.
Well, we're not even allowed to sing Swing Low, Sweet Chariot for rugby matches anymore.
Are we not?
They do in the crowd, but they don't. They don't play it. The rugby banned it like a year ago. It's like, that's bollocks.
It's quite the presence of the Wobs here today, boys. 2-2 Wobs and that. They got your normal Antifa rhetoric though. If you can't hear what's going on, it's actually saying no justice, no peace. security threat.
Right. Not claustrophobic. They're worried about it.
Their own thing.
No, not those guys. But we are. My dad said, why are you going to London?
this, boys. Oh, you can't even see it. Don't often see that though. Mental. Let's go for a little mooch. Commie's trying to grab him, boys. Thank you very much.
Do we have a pamphlet to understand Zionism? What Zionism is and its goals?
I'll show everyone else.
It's only 5
Here, cameraman, hold that. Get that in focus. Get that in focus.
Let me just, guys, live together. Just take an extra one. Have it for yourself. Thank you very much.
Can I keep this? £5. You don't, £5 if you want to find out how the Zionists are actually Nazis.
Happy to talk about it.
Happy to talk about it, smash it, give us a couple of minutes, sort the microphone out.
Come back.
Sweet, mate. He's happy to talk about it. Of course it is.
Need the umbrella.
Yeah, they're like 11 quid.
Mainly about giving information. About how Zionism, the origins of the ideology, wasn't even a huge idea. It's an imperialist idea, and they managed to keep it and they used it to guard their nations in the Middle East and keep Scotland going. You know, there's so many things about it. And it's not the real origins. They're hiding. It's all written actually. It's written by Jewish professors. Very powerful. What how can it be that lost their position? And all the politicians, they say, we feel very bad about this, but we don't know who did it. It's not clear who did it, and now we don't know who had the role. They're back into the full relentlessly, which is their hate. So
One, two. Mic test. We'll leave the old flag off.
Guys, it's so good to see you. Thank you. Take care. All the best, guys.
What's your name?
I'm Ranjit.
I'm Jim.
Hi, Jim.
Thanks for taking the time.
You're really welcome, Jim. Are you with any particular channel or organisation?
Yeah, I've got a YouTube channel called Just Jim.
Okay, brilliant. Jim,
I'll just go about...
You're very professional.
Thank you very much. I'll take that as a compliment.
Do you have any particular kind of line or interest in this yourself, or you thought it'd be interesting to come down?
Are you asking me about my bias, a disclosure of bias?
No bias.
I'm not a Zionist. I find the actions, all terrorist actions, to be deplorable and abhorrent. I find to try and take it out on like 1 million or half the population of Gaza, who are effectively women and children, or children actually, half of them, like to stop their water. I find it all disgusting, right? So that's my disclosure.
Have we begun? Are you filming, or are we?
I hope so. Are we filming?
No idea. It's just I'm amazed that you can get good sound in the middle of this.
But that's why we've got a microphone.
Very professional. Very professional.
So what are you doing here today?
So Jim, my name's Ranjit.
Yes.
I'm a member of the Communist Party.
Right.
And you might find that unusual, Jim, that there is a Communist Party in Britain.
I find it unusual communists to be against the Jews.
We're not really against Jews.
You're not against Jews?
Well, that's kind of like putting words in my mouth.
Sorry. Yeah, I know. I beg your pardon. I'm autistic, so I'll just...
No, that's right. We stand for equality,
right,
of all people. But more importantly, we see where do the problems of the world come from? And to us, it comes from inequality. The vast difference between actually a tiny minority. I don't know if you ever saw that Oxfam poster where it said the richest 7 billionaires had more money than the poorest half the world's population.
Right. So,
for us,
yeah, right. I'm vaguely aware of something like that.
For us, that's the source of the biggest injustice that affects everything else. In
distribution of resources.
Distribution of wealth. How did it come to pass that the vast majority of humanity's productive wealth literally is in the hands of a hand? You can name them. Yeah, but you can name them.
The issue I have though, Ranji, if I got to interject, right? So from what I understand of communism, like the idea is that we have a central bank and everything's all centralised, and the government is the arbiter of truth and all that sort of thing. And I'm not sure.
Just to interrupt you, yeah. That's what we have now.
Yeah, I get that. But right, so the issue I see arising is that the problem is the distribution of wealth, but communism in of itself is calling for central banking, yeah, and the central allocation of wealth, right? So which then puts you in a position where you're going to have people in positions of power that are fallible because they're human and they're inclined to be greedy. Generally speaking, it's very hard to find someone that's of fine moral fibre and integrity, right? So when you're putting people in these positions to be the arbiter, to be the deciding voice on what is right and what's wrong, who should get what distributed, what money distributed, what wealth distributed, I find we end up in the same sort of situation. Like you said, it's not dissimilar from what we have now. I understand that, because it's the same thing. I believe, I'm a Christian, you've got to understand, I believe that man is fallible and they are corruptible by power.
So there's no way we can improve anything?
Yes.
Is that what you believe?
No. I told you I'm a Christian.
So you just say thanks to Jesus and praise Jesus and repent for your sin.
Repent for my sin.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You agree with that?
So, but do you know who needs to repent for their sins most? Are those who have the greatest sins.
But do you disagree with what I'm saying about humans, man being fallible, corruptible?
Well, that's like an axiom.
I do.
Man's fallible. What's that got to do with making a mobile phone?
No. We're talking about the centralisation of power, Ranjit. We're talking about
you're talking about science.
We're talking about the centralisation of power and authority.
Do you think? Well, you're not really. You're going from one thing to another.
Communism. We're talking about communism. No? Correct me if I'm wrong. Tell me my interpretation is wrong.
No, it's not.
It's not. So it is socialism.
No, you're wrong.
I am wrong.
You're totally wrong.
It's not socialism.
Having what?
What is socialism? It's not socialism.
Having what?
What is socialism?
Just charity socialism.
Sorry?
I didn't know what I was meant to.
I wonder how much of that got filmed. Let's get back up the way. Hold that sec. Well, it's sweet, bro.
Fucking, I'm coming on your next podcast. I don't give a shit, man. Last night, I was fucking pulling my hair out.
Why? What's the matter with you?
I'm like, hang on. Why ain't no one talking about certain things now, right now? Everyone's umming and ahhing. Like, today, that should have been the biggest issue on the podcast, I reckon, last night. Pumping up people, getting them fucking riled up. Some come down here.
Defend the statues.
And defend the statues, yeah. I mean, it's been a while. 2020 was the last one, man. That was a bit of an enlightening experience.
What, BLMs?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I weren't there the week before. I don't know if you was there the week before, was you?
Nah.
When it all kicked off.
Nah.
60-year-old Bill sent to hospital, and they all run away from the BLM, and we thought, nah, fuck that shit, man. Let's go down there the following week, and it all kicked off in Chicago. Alex.
It's Patrick.
Patrick. Oh, nice to meet you, Patrick. Oh, right. Thank you. See, they moved it from the cenotaph. They was right next to the cenotaph.
Yeah, I know.
And someone said, oh, you better move that a little bit away. Fucking what, 10 metres or something?
I know, and it's still right next to it. No, it's mental. Should we get up there?
Fuck me, that was a rising off. Jim, some water. Oh, good. Manufactured. So it's not they're doing the same to them, telling your group's over there, you got to go over there.
What is it?
What's that your process?
Pause AI.
Oh, right.
Awareness for what?
AI. Super intelligent.
What stops? What you want to see? Say I.
Come and have an interview.
Pause it. Anything more advanced than GPT-4?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll come and have a chat in a minute, yeah?
Please do, yeah.
Yeah? Correct Not Political on YouTube.
Cool.
Yeah? Thank you very much. But it's clever kids, mate.
Give it time, man. I think a few more turn up. Right, the rain, isn't it? The rain puts them off. Yeah, of course it does. Football lads don't like getting their new hairstyles messed up. And this is it. Fucking wankers. They were exactly the same. They are. They're definitely exactly the same. I mean, look how many of them countries we brought over in the last 3 years. Telling me like maybe 10% ain't radical. I went up there when last week, I missed you, I was with Chris. And I went up there and I thought, let me just have a little gander. And I've seen untold radicals shouting the yellow Akbar and all that shit. And then I see the ISIS flags and I'm like,
That's the issue. Al-Akbar,
you made a big thing on it.
I don't want
God's great. God is great, yeah.
I don't, yeah, that's what I mean. That to me ain't a big issue. It's such a big issue. The more prominent issue I would say is the fact that they're waving the fucking jihadi flags and the prescribed fucking terrorism.
Yeah. I watched you pick up all their flags and go through them, and I went, yeah, I saw that one, I saw that one, I saw that one. And that really fucking
He told me though, one of the gatherers told me that they are nicking people for that.
Yeah.
They reckon they are nicking people.
Look at all them Harvard University cunts.
Doctors and lawyers.
Yeah, kids going around in the truck, putting their pictures on the fucking side of the truck saying these cunts are terrorists.
all cut out, man. That's a cunt.
I see a bit of the interview you had and then it just went...
Yeah, that's what I mean. I weren't recording that either.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that ain't your fault, that ain't your fault.
My stream didn't drop at all down here.
It didn't?
No.
What are you doing? Yeah, that's what I'm on. Boys, you're going to have to go and shoot the tables.
In Italy, sorry, in India, they've got like a lot of Indians are against them, right? But they've got a group that are for them. They're coming out pro-Palestine shit. They're waving Italian flags. They didn't know the difference between an Italian flag and a fucking Palestinian flag. Hold on, is that fucking activation or not?
Whoa, stop. What are you trying to say? I thought the ruling license were automatic consent. I thought the reason why they didn't want to invade was because they were all the same thing. That's very kind of you. I'm going to go and speak to the young lads quickly. Who's the best man to speak to about this?
I'm not sure actually. Do you know?
I feel like the organizer might be the ginger guy. I've kind of lost him, but I was actually just going to double check who the founders are.
Right, oh, that's
I've seen
very good idea, that is. Yeah.
I've seen them featured. It's just off the top of my head, I can't remember what they look like. But
Right.
yes, that guy with the beard, who's at the back.
The
with
ginger
black
chap.
coat.
Yeah, right. Thank you very much. Can I nick one of these?
Please, absolutely.
Can I get a chat?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'll let you. Yeah, no worries. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Is that right?
I mean, he said to talk to me, so that's good enough.
Oh, good.
Thank you very
good,
much.
No worries.
Joseph, can we go around that side?
Boys, let me tell you, they don't beat around the bush with their bit of literature. Not for the faint-hearted. So, the experts are warning us AI could erode our democracy, create powerful viruses, and even cause human extinction. Now, if that ain't a reason to cease and desist, I don't know what is. We need a pause. Stop the development of AI systems more powerful than GPT-4. This needs to happen on an international level. Well, good luck getting China to agree to anything, is all I can say. But there's so many wobs out here.
Anyone not happy with like videos and stuff like that?
Extinction bad. He knows. It's probably too late. Fuck, they're on some doom pills, boys. Fuck me. Sound like my sort of chaps, to be honest with you. Sounds like some D-wave computing shit, mate, to me.
Hello, this is Alistair with Pause AI. I'm here in Parliament Square in Westminster in London, party government, with about 15 protesters. We are collectively calling for governments to come together at the AI Safety Summit that British United is hosting in Bletchley Park next week, coordinate, cooperate, and enforce a global pause, a global moratorium on the development of superintelligence.
We need to act right now. In 2020, experts thought we had more than 35 years until AI could pass the SAT. It took just 3. Superintelligent AI might be months away. So we're actually living in a reality now where if it ain't the Antichrist that's going to get you, it's the AI. Fucking mental, mate. Absolutely mental. Oh, mate. Certainly seems so. Reading this literature here. You can help. Too few people are aware of the dangers of AI. Get informed, inform others and help. Enact a global pause. Well, fuck me. I would love to be part of that global pause, mate. I mean, I'd call for a complete cessation, mate, to be completely honest with you. We need to pause AI. Humanity has never encountered something more intelligent than itself. This could change soon. The latest AI models have a verbal IQ of 155. Yo. Hey! There's an old communist. See the old communist? Off he walks. He hates me, that's why he don't talk to me. It's being created at CERN, it's being enacted at CERN, mate. Mate, if AI was in control already, everything that is happening would be happening. I mean, like the culture wars, the hot wars, the cold wars, do you know what I mean? All of that stuff. If AI was to get humanity to die, it would get them to eradicate themselves. AI is big on beignets, mate. And to make things even worse, we still don't know if it's even possible to control such an intelligence. The AI alignment problem has not been solved.
Is that something that you know about? No, it won't. It's the same. But
I'm sure that's the fella that was wearing the suit that day, boys. Is it that? I'm sure this is the chap who we gave a joint to that day.
Engineers from AI labs
down here before. I'm sure it's him.
I'm under
Half of all scientists believe there is a 14% chance that superintelligent AI will lead to very bad outcomes, e.g. human extinction. Very bad outcomes. Just to reiterate, a very bad outcome is quantized as extinction. That's the measurement of very bad. Right, anyway, AI safety researchers believe that the chance is 30%. That's just doubled and some. Would you get on a plane if half the plane engineers thought the chance of crashing was between 14 and 30%? Fuck no, I don't get on planes anyway. Anyway, AI companies are trapped in a race to the bottom as the record levels investments are pouring in. These companies are pressured to prioritise. This is really why we shouldn't do streams sitting there using AI to build things, to build little pictures and that. We really shouldn't be doing stuff like that. We should really think better about doing stuff like that, because the whole time we're just feeding it fucking data. AI companies are trapped in a race to the bottom as record level investments are pouring in. These companies are pressured to prioritise capability progress over safety. Well, you can understand that living in a capitalist society. We need governments to coordinate globally and enforce and pause the development of the largest AI models. We are calling on Prime Minister Rishi Sunak to lead on pushing for and organising this pause at the world's first ever summit on AI safety in autumn, which he is hosting. Oh wow, wow. Anything short of a global pause is fundamentally not safe. That's absolutely mental, mate. How am I supposed to sleep tonight? That's insane. You're just highlighting the fact you're a highly subversive individual from fucking all your proxies and that, and you'll be first to get schmacked. They're letting off fireworks around the corner.
I guess I helped out. So the first
Well, I can't be fucking arsed, mate. Fucking nutter, mate. You know what?
Are you with them or just covering them? Covering them.
Look at me, smile.
Look like you're happy about the end of the world. Absolutely mental. Fucking hell. Is it possible?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
So my name's Alistair, along with Joseph. We are the two lead Pause AI coordinators in London. Thank you very much to everyone who's here, both protesters, press, and just interested parties. What we're going to do is give, I think, 3 short speeches about why we're here, about what we're trying to achieve. Please continue to speaking to passers-by, speak to the press, and then we'll see how we go. But yeah, thank you for being here. I'm going to hand over to Joseph now.
Hi everybody, thank you so much for coming. This is really exciting. And yeah, so why are we here? We're here because most of the top AI experts in the world say that there is a reasonable probability that AI will lead to human extinction, and that we currently do not really understand how AI works, and we don't have any good tools for ensuring that that doesn't happen. So we think that the obvious solution is to just pause until we can figure that stuff out. Now, it's not easy. It's not easy to come to a process like this, where this is a completely new cause. This is not something where society has handed us a script. Nobody tells us what's right and wrong in this situation, so we just have to think for ourselves. And it's very brave of everybody to come here and stand up for what they believe in. It's also difficult because this is a problem that does not exist yet. This requires us to think about the future and problems that may or may not happen, and to use our intellects to think about what we should be doing now in the face of problems that will exist in the future. And that's not an easy thing to do. So thank you so much for coming, everybody. And yeah, we're going to have a few speeches, and then we're going to go to the pub afterwards, and yeah, we'll talk about what else we can do for AI safety. There's like plenty more you can do besides protesting. You can get involved in activism in other ways, like signing petitions, and you can get involved in AI research, specifically AI safety research. Don't get involved in making AI better. That's a bad idea. And yeah, William, would you like to speak now?
Whoa!
You guys hear me all right?
Speak up a little bit, have it really close to your mouth.
Really loud and close to my mouth. Here we go. Good or bad? Alright, how about now? Does it sound alright? Good.
Louder.
Louder. Alright, my voice is now louder. I'm talking louder and speaking words. Here we go. I'll give a brief introduction about why this matters to people here. It's obviously hard for some people to understand why AI is a risk, because it's a new thing, or rather the risks are not things that are currently happening now. They are, as we just said, they are risks in the future that we are aware about. I'll give you a brief introduction. The closest species to humans is the chimpanzee. We're alike in so many ways, but humans, we are much more intelligent. This difference in intelligence has allowed us to drive all of the differences that we have. Our society, our technology, our communication systems are all based on the fact that we are more intelligent than the chimpanzees. If, for whatever reason, humans decided to kill the chimpanzees, we could do that. Humans would succeed. In a war, if it existed, the chimpanzees would not win due to the differences in intelligence, technology, and communications. No, we don't do this. We don't kill chimpanzees because we can relate to them in some ways. They are similar to ourselves. We care about their continued existence. You could say our beliefs are aligned with their continued existence. Humanity has made and will continue to make AI. Some of these AIs are less capable than humans. For example, the AIs that drive vehicles. They are skilled, but they're not quite at human level yet. We have AIs that are at human level, such as ChatGPT, which I'm sure some people here have used. It can perform university exams at similar skill levels to normal humans. And we also have AIs which are more capable than humans. So they are a superhuman capability at a range of small things, such as playing chess. Chess AIs, such as AlphaZero, are superhuman in their capability. The best human chess player played 100 games against this AI and it won 0. They are far more capable and have the capacity to be far more capable than humans. If they become more capable than humans at every task, we find ourselves in a situation where we may no longer be the most capable species on this earth.
Is that alright?
That could be bad for us. If AIs have their own goal structure. They follow those goals without concern for anything or anyone else. If AIs become more capable than humans and pursue goals which are in conflict to our resources, and those resources of ours will be challenged, and there will be conflict over them. If the AIs are much more capable than us, much more intelligent in ability to communicate, we will not win that war. So we do not want to fight that war. We can avoid that situation by not making AIs that are far more capable than us. We can choose to make tool AIs and narrow AIs which are capable of small tasks but are not generally capable above a human level. These AIs are much safer for people to use because they don't have the various risks that we're concerned about. And the big risk we're concerned about here today is extinction. And that is a real outcome. Let me make sure that you guys understand that. That is something that the scientists know it will happen, or predict will happen rather. They acknowledge it will happen. Rishi Sunak acknowledges that this is a risk that may happen. The European Commission acknowledges this is the risk that may happen. Even the AI CEOs acknowledge that this is the risk that may happen. What is the percentage chance that this will happen? This is a question some people might ask themselves. And I will take the words of the CEO of Anthropic. He estimates a 10 to 25% chance that AI will kill humans. Let me say that again so it sinks in. A 10 to 25% chance that AI kills humanity. That is the risk that has brought us here today. And that is why this matters to you here in the square. It is your life that you should care about. I'm not asking you to think about too many people. I'm asking you to think about what matters to you. Your life, the people you care about. I ask the politicians, because this matters to you as well. Your lives are at stake just as the same as everyone else's. Think about your life, think about the people you care about, and ask, do you want to accept the risk that super intelligent AI brings? The answer is no, that you want to legislate. You want to write legislation that enables the prevention of the creation of these AIs. AIs that are superhumanly capable at a range of tasks. These are the dangerous ones, and these are the ones that we need to ensure we have legislation for. What legislation works? Pre-deployment training. So pre-training legislation. Legislation that controls whether these things get created or not. It is not simply enough to legislate them after they have been created and released upon the world, because at that point we are in the situation where we are no longer in control. We are no longer the most intelligent species at that point. That is the solution. That is the situation that leads to our extinction. That is what we must prevent. Why do we not have laws like this already? 1, this is a challenging thing. 2, this is new. And 3, this is an unfortunate issue with many different problems. But there are large corporations who have their own interests. They have different values to us normal people who live our lives. And this difference shapes what their wants and how they are different to ours, and the legislation that they argue for. Large corporations have a history of not taking the lives and the health of people in general as one of their priorities. They are willing to gamble that they will not get caught or that they will harm others without being held responsible. They will gamble that they can make money off these technologies. We've seen this before. There's the coal industry, the oil industry, the airline industry, the petrochemical, and social media as well. These are examples where we have had people in corporations make choices and advocate for laws that are the benefit for them and not the benefit for us. In this case, we argue that people in general should talk more about this and consider this more. Politicians should listen more, because the legislation that is being considered is legislation that is only favourable to large corporations, not favourable to me, you, and other people standing in the square. But we can make a difference. We can act. We can encourage our lawmakers, our legislators, and the people we talk with that this is important. We can make a difference. We can choose improvement. We can advocate for the correct legislation. And so I ask you all to do that. To either protest, to write a letter to your representative. Anything you find is appropriate to help with this, because this affects all of us. You can do something to help this. You can make a difference. Thank you.
Take a couple minutes, guys, if you want to put a jacket on or anything like that. Just we use a camera bag, just
Leave them indoors, you end up with AI though. What are you going to do? It's the catch-22.
Hey, what's going on here?
This is them touching grass. This is the end of the world as you know it, mate.
Right.
Yeah.
The whole dilemma about getting AI
They don't look well.
Good afternoon, everyone.
They don't look good.
So again, my name is Alistair. I'm one of the two PAWS AI coordinators in London. I'm going to speak for about 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, about why I'm here. So why am I here? We can understand this question in two ways. The first is thinking about my motivation, what's motivating me to be here, and the second is thinking about my aim, what I'm trying to achieve by being here. So in terms of my motivation, I'm not an AI safety person, I'm not an AI person, I'm not an expert, I'm not an academic, I'm not a computer scientist. But there are enough people who are, enough experts who know a lot about this stuff, who have thought about this stuff. There's not every expert, but enough do think that if we continue to develop AI along the path we're going down, there is a serious, a genuine, a non-negligible risk of human extinction.
Oh yeah.
And that worries me.
You know that
I don't have to think there's 100% certainty of human extinction to be here. I don't think you do either. The idea is, if we continue developing this powerful, intelligent technology that is not aligned with our behaviours, our goals, our preferences, our moral values, things could go very badly wrong. And we don't know that superintelligence would want to keep us around. My aim, what I'm trying to achieve, I'm not really sure. I think that my theory of change for how we get to a pause, and I think is the only responsible solution, my theory of change is quite uncertain. I think it's robustly good. We've got about 20 people now here today. Really, really great numbers. By some distance, the biggest protest we have so far. That is robustly good. And the more people are aware of this, the more people come to protests, the more we talk about this with our friends, our family, our loved ones, our colleagues, the better. The more scope there is for politicians and people working in AI labs to effect a pause. So that's good. How we get to a pause, I'm not entirely sure. I don't know. We need to create a mass social movement. We need to mobilise thousands, tens of thousands of people to get on the streets calling for a pause to get there. I don't know if this kind of protest is enough to draw attention to the problem, draw attention to the risks, and get politicians and the CEOs of AI labs sufficiently concerned about the risks that we're worried about to effect a pause. As someone who's thought, researched and looked into social change, one idea that is really important to me that I feel very persuaded by is the idea of the inside game and the outside game. The inside game are the people inside buildings like Parliament, politicians, also lobbyists, probably people working for AI non-profits, and crucially people working on, for instance, AI safety teams within the leading AI labs. All those people are people with real influence, with real power over how the future goes. They're the inside people. We, as individuals, don't really have power. I certainly don't have power. What I do to try and create power, exploit, leverage power, have influence over these things, is
is by helping organise protests like this, by engaging in collective action, by having people like you come to these protests, by speaking with one voice, and making the press, getting ourselves on social media, and making our voices heard that way. And by doing that, I think what we're doing is shifting the open window. This idea is the window of ideas that are socially acceptable in society. Us standing here with a bunch of placards, us giving these speeches, us talking to our friends and family about Pause, getting the Pause AI brand onto social media, into the press, are all ways of shifting the open window, are all ways getting that Pause talked about more, are all ways of making it more likely that politicians and the people who really have influence do what we want them to do. So what's my call to action? I want everyone here to make sure you're on our WhatsApp group chat. I want everyone here to come to our next protest, which is on Wednesday the 1st of November, probably in the morning, details to be confirmed, which is at Bletchley Park, at the site of the AI Safety Summit that Rishi Sunak is organising, is hosting, and to which leaders, representatives from a number of countries across the world will be coming. What we need at that AI Safety Summit is for Pause to be talked about. I think it's pretty unlikely, if I had to bet on it right now, that a moratorium happens at the AI Safety Summit. If you disagree, I'd love to hear about that. I hope I'm wrong about that, but I think that's pretty unlikely. But what we need to do is do what we can to make that more likely, to make it more talked about, and to make more severe, more serious regulation happen. A couple of things to leave you with. Many of you will have heard lines when you're talking to your friends, families, and maybe people who work in these fields, people who try and get to come to these protests. You may hear some of the lines like, a pause would be good, but it's just not realistic. It's not going to happen. What I'd like to ask you to think about is moving from thinking about what's possible to what's necessary. And it's my belief, and I suspect in many cases your belief as well, that a pause is necessary. It's fundamentally the only safe way to ensure our survival, to prevent catastrophic threats and risks happening to us. And it's our job to shift the open window of social opinion, in these important policy-making spaces, to make a pause more likely to happen. I think it's also our job to turn fear, that negative emotional feeling of fear, to turn that fear into hope, into action, into consequences by attending protests like this. The final thing to leave you with, you may hear the line, people saying things like, what matters is taking AI safety seriously. That's the question we have to ask ourselves. Are CEOs taking AI safety seriously? I'd encourage you all to be sceptical about that language. Don't ask if someone you're advocating to, someone with influence, takes AI seriously. Ask if they're advocating for responsible policies. And it's my view that, of course, a global moratorium on the development of superintelligence, until at least there's consensus that it won't cause human extinction, anything short of that is fundamentally not safe. So ask yourself what these leaders are actually advocating for. Thank you very much.
So just a reminder that this is the biggest anti-AI or Pause AI protest of all time, and that's just these people in London. And in fact, today there are protests in 7 other countries. So let's go through the list. In San Francisco, California, there's going to be a protest today. In Boston, Massachusetts, there's going to be a protest today. In the Netherlands, and in Australia, and in Canada, and in Denmark. And there was going to be one in Israel, but unfortunately that was cancelled. But this is like, just these people are the biggest AI protest ever, and in fact there are like 7 other countries also protesting today. So this movement is growing very quickly. Just a couple months ago, the protests were like 2 people. So, you know, we're seeing some very fast growth, and I expect that in a few years there'll be thousands of people at these protests.
It'll be too late by then.
Right, so what we're going to do now is everybody's going to stand in front of that cross so that we can take a picture with Parliament in the background and Big Ben in the background. Then we're going to talk to the public and passers-by for about 23 minutes and do interviews with everybody here who wants to speak to us. And then we're going to go to the pub.
Well done.
Let's take a photo.
Let's take a photo and AI the background
Don't.
into Israel.
We got Roy?
We got a badge.
Got a free badge?
We got a free badge.
I'll take a free badge. Pause AI. Tiniest badge.
It's small, isn't
You
it?
didn't get the memo. We like big badges.
Big badges. I don't need no stinking badges.
Before you come over in the rain, Pat. Sort of rain started.
Okay, well, to me. to you.
Three lads turned up, two from Portsmouth, one with their England flag, and we're chatting to them
Yeah.
to protect the statues.
Well, yeah, a couple of statue protectors turned up today. Yeah, I'm not traipsing across that mud, boys. You're mental. Sorry, boys, that's well blown.
Use AI.
Huh?
Use AI.
She said, we're making a documentary. We want you to sign the waiver. I said, are you going to pay me? She says, well, we have to if you get used in the thing. I thought, fuck that. No one's getting paid to spin in my documentary, mate. What are you on about?
Yeah, no, you need like, to get it on TV or something, you need like model release shit. You can't just film anyone.
What, if you're in public?
I don't know how that works, because you can film in public and you can do interviews in public.
Yeah. Keep getting all messages from people about Campbell, mate, saying he's going to try and have me documentary taken down.
Where's it going? YouTube?
It's going film festivals, mate. Give a fuck about the YouTube, mate. I'm counting on more 4 buying it, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Without any... Huh? With more 4 films, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They buy some nonsense in a foreign fucking language.
I think more for, yeah, it was Channel 4 that originally bought Stinson's documentary.
Huh?
Channel 4 bought that Stinson documentary.
What's Stinson?
Stinson, the paedophile hunter.
Oh, right, yeah, did they?
Yeah, they were the original owners. Then Netflix bought it.
There you go. You never know, mate. We could make Jam for Freedom actually famous. That'd be hilarious, mate. Can you wait here a minute with your stuff, mate?
Yeah.
That's got to be near there.
Go to the pub with the lightweights and get them. Jim doesn't drink. Any biscuits? If you've got any questions, put them in the chat. I'm speaking now. If you can, screenshot this and you can change the background using AI. Don't leave your stuff. You'll end up getting taxed. What do you mean? No, it's alright. This is all
Ukrainian flag over there, look.
I'm quite used to them now because they're in every house near me. I don't know why, I think it's just because they have a flagpole. Yeah.
If people want to hand this out to pass it by, please do. If you want to keep this yourself, please do.
It's interesting meeting you here, though.
You Yeah, no, Jim's not that far away anyway. He's just sorting out business. Is this an autistic party?
He's going to save you some of that. Nice one, Pat. Appreciate you, buddy. How are we looking on this? 62. Swap them over.
Social media, but it seems like now people are starting to like AI as well. They're scared about human extinction, about social credits. But yeah, it's really good that you guys are doing this. It's also very nice to see that there are young people there. And I think it's up to us to really drive that momentum and like just accept it as it is, really questioning how it goes into our lives and how it affects us.
You will know Harari.
Yes.
So he wrote a piece for the New York Times, I think earlier this year, and he said humanity's first contact with artificial intelligence was social media, as you say.
Yeah.
And he said we lost that battle. That's a battle that we lost. And he's talking about like societal polarization, but also like mental health problems and addiction to our smartphones. As the AI, like that content selecting, content generating, artificial intelligence algorithms selecting what we see on our news feeds that makes it so in TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, etc. That's the stuff that's making it so addictive.
Yeah, that's the AI, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And that's something that we're not psychologically evolved to deal with. We can't handle it. And if that's such like an early, non-general form of artificial intelligence. It'd be great to continue developing this stuff. What's it going to do to us? We just don't.
Yeah, I noticed it as well because my work in Amsterdam, I built my business around not having technology. We teach Dutch classes where there's no phones, no laptops, there's no online materials, it's all in person. And you can really see the way that it affects people and how happy it makes them to be in an environment with a lot of people where they can really connect with each other and have nothing about technology. Yeah, I think there's a lot of potential for it, and I can already feel there's a social movement within this context that's really powerful. Yeah, I hope we can do the same thing with AI.
It's really nice to hear. I mean, I think it's important to make clear that I think probably most people here would describe themselves as very pro-technology, and we're not like afraid of technological advancement. We're not Luddites. And specifically, it's like advanced, powerful technology that we don't understand. We don't understand how it works. We don't understand how to control it. That's the problem. But I absolutely agree with you that I think there's so much like just social, psychological benefit in taking technology out of certain environments to allow humans to connect with each other.
And I find it really beautiful. Like I've seen it so much in my life in Amsterdam. Just people really rejecting it on a mass scale, but it's something that I feel like everybody says very casually, but then to actually be able to engage it into your life, it can be quite difficult. And that's why I think social mobilization, protests effectively are the best way of doing this, because we all have to get together and be like, you know what, fuck this shit, we should not just live our lives in accordance with what the corporations want us to do. Yeah, powerful stuff, man.
What's your name, sorry?
Felix. And yours? Alistair. Yeah, I heard from one of your fellow protesters that this is like an international thing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I think like 6, 7, 8 countries today, different times, protesting, calling for the same thing.
Is it in the Netherlands as well?
Including the Netherlands, exactly. In fact, the founder of Pause AI is Dutch. A guy called Johan Duitsma. Yeah. So he is he's working full time on this. And it's been a massive source of like help and guidance and advice and support for us. Yeah, definitely like check out the website and you'll see him.
I'll have a look, man. I'll see if I can get involved in Amsterdam.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Would you like a pin badge or a sticker?
I already got a couple, but thank you, mate. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, you too.
Take care.
Hello.
Hi there. How's it going?
Jim.
Alistair.
Nice to meet you. Can I just make sure that we're all in?
It's more sort of maths based. But yeah,
lovely. So, Alistair, you're here because you're scared, for want of a better word. You're apprehensive about AI and the advances we're making with AI.
That's correct. Yeah.
Why? What do you think is the most? It's going to be the most tangible, real
negligible effect, detrimental effect? What do you think that could be?
I don't know. I think we are seeing problems right now, like today, in terms of things like job loss and the way AI interacts with social media. The effect that AI-supported social media affects our mental health and our kind of sense of societal unity. I think it has kind of polarizing effects that are probably really damaging. We're seeing AI create and spread disinformation, misinformation, which is really harmful for our kind of information security in society, really damaging to our democracy. So we're seeing that those kinds of things already with AI, to say nothing of the kind of bias that AI is already kind of baking into some like various systems that we use it in, for instance the law or surveillance in ways that might be discriminatory or build inequalities into those systems. So those are all problems with AI that we're seeing right now. I think in the future I'm very, very uncertain about what's going to happen.
Specifically, I'm alluding to something you had written on the literature about viruses being created.
Yeah.
Is that a real, tangible thing that could happen in the future?
I think absolutely. I mean, humans, as soon as these large language models like GPT series are released, have been able to at least partly. There's evidence that they might be able to create like virus recipes that might be like very dangerous, very harmful for humans.
Are you hopeful in getting some sort of litigation from the powers that be? I mean, it's one thing to be hopeful, and I don't want to put words in your mouth. I am asking you a question. There's a question in here somewhere, Alice, so please bear with me. Right, so I wouldn't hold my breath. Rishi Sunak's heading the meeting, like you said, and he's going to speak about the safety issues and concerns, we hope. How hopeful are we of people like China and other countries that we know that aren't particularly concerned about global sentiment on things with regards to whether it be climate change or effectively battling things, global issues, geopolitical issues? Are you hopeful because I didn't hear China, I didn't hear that you've got a list of international countries that are doing it. I didn't hear China, and I think they are quite a big issue myself with geopolitical issues and policies and that. And are you hopeful of making some sort of change in that country? Sorry, just to follow up there, do you think the AI in the hands of people that are actively in a sort of economic battle, if it's not a cold war, but we're at least in an economic battle, the West and China, do you think this sort of technology in them hands is something to be scared about?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get into kind of geopolitical conversation about China in particular. Right. I think it's very important that this technology, superintelligence, is dangerous when it's unaligned, where we don't know how to control it, we don't know how it works, we don't know how to align it with our own values and goals and preferences. It's dangerous in the hands of anyone, and it's dangerous outside the hands of anyone as well. So I think it's very important that we are honest about those risks. I think there are risks with any country, with any AI company, continuing to develop AI along the lines that they've been going along. Until there's consensus that it won't cause human extinction, for instance, whether that's in the US or in China. And I think it's really important. The AI Safety Summit is the perfect time for countries to come together and talk in a serious way about serious proposals to mitigate and prevent that risk.
And you don't feel you're being at all hyperbolic when you're using phrases like human extinction and things like this?
I think I'm being as hyperbolic as 2 of the 3 winners of the Turing Award, which is effectively the Nobel Prize for computer science. Who are concerned. And certainly one of them, Geoffrey Hinton, who's a British computer scientist, known as one of the godfathers of artificial intelligence, has said this is an existential risk. So he's saying that he is saying there is a plausible, a non-negligible risk that this technology, if we continue to develop it, causes human extinction. So it's good enough. I'm not saying he's right necessarily. No, right. His arguments make a lot of sense to me as a layperson. Yes. And I think that we are not talking about it nearly as much as we need to be.
Definitely not. Well, thank you very much, Alistair, for doing what you do.
My pleasure.
I thoroughly appreciate it.
Thank you.
You have a nice nice day.
You too.
Cheers. Geordie Rose?
Geordie Rose.
D-Wave?
I don't know about D-Wave.
You don't know about D-Wave computing?
Well, I know the company D-Wave, but you sounded like it was that was an alias you used.
Geordie Rose is the Geordie Rose is the CEO, founder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's not.
And sorry, so you?
Yeah, correct.
You interviewed him?
Oh no, I was just talking shit on the internet and he was listening. Yeah. I was saying, I was saying Geordie Rose is no good. I was saying, obviously, he's into what's his? It's not Wells. Who wrote Lovecraft? No, fucking it is Lovecraft, isn't it?
Yeah, Lovecraft.
Yeah,
is the writer.
yeah, that is the writer. Yeah, he's all into that and all into demons and he speaks about the AI as right, and I find that deeply unsettling.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, especially when I
can't imagine why.
Well, I come to Parliament Square and I find a bunch of intelligent-looking chaps all speaking about the end of human existence as a result of these sorts of concepts. So there is reason. I know.
Let me tell you something. There's a little religious thing here. This happened for a reason, right? He just pulled that video out of the blue because everyone was going to sleep, and I'll leave you with this. He put this video on, and I watched it from start to finish. And I started looking up Geordie Rose, and I'm thinking, you know, he's on one, right? And he's bumped into you here.
That is weird.
Nah,
that is weird. That is all in. We don't believe in that. Yeah.
No, sure, right.
There's some sort of mathematical equation for it.
Is a human Wi-Fi.
Oh, what are you into all that as well? That synergy?
No, well, kind of. I believe that.
W-band.
Now listen, you met him in
802-756.
You would not know that he was a very about Christians or a human being. Sure. You wouldn't know that from just talking to him.
What are you up to, Roy?
What is? As you start talking to him, and this is how I met him. I started seeing that synergy come in. And I'd think something, he's thinking, he thinks something. And it's, I don't know, I can't explain it, but I do believe that human beings have got their own little Wi-Fi that's going on around us.
Oh yeah, there's electronic frequencies that pass through all of us. They was calling it your aura and shit years ago. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It passes. Yeah, but what is it when people say they walk into a room and they say, oh, I could cut the tension with a knife. Yeah. What is that tension? Like, where does it come from? Exactly. It's a real thing. Do you know what I mean?
People have been saying that for many moons.
I think we were able to pick up and be much more sensitive to all sorts of things that I think most scientifically minded, just straight up logically minded people would kind of are away from discussing, or embracing, or even.
They're otherwise occupied with internet and all that.
It's the maddest thing though, because you say about logical minded people, like, I'm actually autistic, like, so I find myself to be quite logical in sort
I don't mean
but I understand what you're saying completely. I do understand what you're saying, because we've been indoctrinated to not believe anything unless we can see it and touch it with our own eyes. Like anything else, anything metaphysical, is out beyond the realms of comprehension. Sure. Do you know? Yeah. And that's everyone. Well, I don't know. Like that's a state schooling issue. Like I find.
Yeah. No. I mean, we used to. It comes with connection to what we think of as spirituality, and co-opted into religion. But there is a reason civilization got sort of organised into respectable cathedrals and abbeys and all sorts of things all across the world, but sort of around the same kind of time.
Well, we don't want to promote the names for
yeah, and I wouldn't say that most people at the AI protest would be interested in this sort of thing, but yeah, I'm glad you are interested in that. I guess you must have lots of viewers who are also interested in that.
I think most of them are either schizophrenic or autistic.
Okay. All right. Well, they've got something to enjoy as well. Then. But that's totally fine. It was lovely to meet you. I'm gonna do my job of handing out flyers a bit.
Thanks for taking the time, buddy. What's your name?
My name's Ollie.
Ollie.
Yeah.
Jim. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Ollie.
That's Roy.
God bless. Roy. Patrick.
Pat.
Pat.
Gay Pat.
That's not how you introduced me.
Fuck it is. You better not top yourself, Patrick. I'm telling you.
No, I don't believe in that. Already stated I don't believe in mental health.
Yeah, right. It's my sort of geezer.
Yeah, I'm just going to take 2 Valiums. I'll be back in a minute and a cup of tea.
Right. So, I'm suggesting that we go back down to Palestine when there's less of them there and there's more signal.
Yeah, good
I
idea.
think Louis tried.
They're coming out now. Look, they're all coming out.
They're all coming out. We need to. God, Churchill. Let's get to God Churchill then. I shouldn't have smoked that joint before I went and spoke to him. I was like, fucking there.
Yeah. We're agendas.
What's the worst thing about AI?
This is a leading question, and that's, AI is too general to answer this. I'm specifically interested in advanced general intelligence.
Not super intelligence.
And super intelligence, but
advanced AI is the issue.
I mean, firstly, like, advanced is very undefined.
Right, you used it. I said AI, then you said advanced. So
yeah.
I was using your term of phrase.
So sure. So to give like some specification, I'd say like a human level general artificial intelligence that's like quite agentic, like it can do a lot of things by itself.
Yes.
That seems dangerous. And
the fact that it's now at a stage where it can write software, and things like that. Can it learn to do that itself without getting prompts?
Sure, that kind of thing seems dangerous. Yeah.
Oh, how far away are we? Do you think from that?
Oh, we can already do that, but
that's what I thought. Yeah,
but it's not that good at it at the moment.
No, but it weren't that good at much like a few years ago, though.
Exactly,
was it?
right.
Shit.
Yeah.
So, are you? Right, because I asked Alistair and he didn't really want to say.
Okay,
but
go for it.
I'm not particularly anti-Chinese, yeah, but I do take notice that they don't care about climate change, whether or not that's a thing that they just don't want to take part in the battling of all that sort of stuff with all their new coal mines that they want to open, things like this. Do you think, like, I think, this is what I'm going to say, I think they're the most dangerous people with a bit of AI, and I don't think they're going to pay any attention, even if you got Richie Sunak to agree and say we need to pause this, yeah. If you come out specifically and said, oh, I'm not going to say we're going to completely stop it, but we're going to pause it until we can get the world to agree, I don't think China would. And I know this is highly presumptuous on myself, but what do you think about other countries? Do you think we've got much hope?
So, firstly, you said a bunch of stuff about
China.
Like specifically, I
won't talk about China.
Sorry?
Look, sorry, I'll put my words in your mouth.
Yeah. I think specifically you're probably referring to like the state of China, like
yes.
the CCP?
Yes, entirely, I beg your pardon.
Sure, yeah.
Not the geographical location.
And not like the people or the population.
Definitely not.
Only the people in power.
Coming free.
The communists I'm talking about.
Yeah, so the CCP and the leadership within it, I think so. Firstly, China have taken the lead on AI regulation. They have been the first country to regulate generative AI, and they've done it at a very fast pace. And there's a lot that the US and other countries can learn from their current stage of AI regulation. So that's something. Also, I think like advanced transformative AI is probably not on their agenda that much at the moment, because currently there's no AI labs that are capable of building that in China. This may change in the next few years, but that's one reason why they might be.
So, sorry, do you need a supercomputer to have this advanced generative AI?
In order to create advanced generative AI, you need lots of compute, which you don't need a supercomputer for. Like, you don't need like in big boxes with all the wires, because you can get your compute from the cloud. You can like get it from Amazon or Google or whatever.
Really?
Yeah. So that's one of the ingredients. But you also need a lot of talent. You also need a lot of data. You also need a lot of money to be able to pay for the compute and things like that. Yeah, so there's a bunch of things that they need. And China will have this in the next few years, I predict. But it's uncertain, and the US are trying to slow them down, which is fair. But to answer your overall question about whether other countries will collaborate, I think it's quite likely that other countries will be interested, or at least it seems in favour for other countries to support this. The other countries don't seem to, like a lot of other countries that don't have advanced AI capability, they don't really lose much by taking part. Wow, that's very loud. So like, there's actually pros and cons. So some other countries would seek to benefit from the creation of generative AI. This is definitely true. And other countries might see that the advantages to their country is too low to consider the risk. Like there's a risk of, say, worldwide extinction, for example, whereas the benefit to the specific country that's not even developing AI, like it would only be like trickle down benefits to them. So other countries, I feel, have some incentive to be in support of this issue. I mean,
but really interesting. I found what you said. Was that you find that actually my pet concern is actually top regulator in the field of that. So that's really interesting. I thank you for that. China, you said they're the top regulators.
They're the first people to regulate.
You said America. AI. You said America could
learn from. They can. That's true.
That's why.
There's a lot more that America could do, and a lot more that China could do. But yeah.
Well, thank you for trying to spread the awareness, mate. I appreciate people like you putting a bit of work in.
Thank you for being interested.
Yeah, that's all right, man. Hopefully we win.
Yeah.
Sorry, can you remind me what
yes, mate, certainly. My name's Jim. Look at what you're looking for. You see that thing there that says correct, not political?
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah?
Cool.
Don't mind the burning trans flag.
Ah, yikes, okay. Yeah, well, we're in a political organisation, so I don't know. Yeah.
But I'm alright having my freedom of expression, though, ain't I?
Sure thing, yeah. Cool,
and they shouldn't be around children. Some information. Who would have thought the nerds were fucking LGBTQ plus positive? Fucking A. AI is a psyop, boys, don't believe it. Where are they to? Look at all this. Fucking state of all this. What happened? Fucking mobs everywhere, man.
kick off, mate. Definitely.
Yeah?
Do you have a number? Yeah, mate. I'll do it. I'll take it over there, look. But I feel it in your fucking, I feel it in my bones. You're a fucking fan.
What are you up to? Oh, we're all right to smoke one here, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to
Oh, I'm up one up then. In this? I've got one on.
I'd love to. They're busy protecting fucking virtual, mate.
Yeah, it's vain in the weather, you know.
Can't see Nate there, boys. This is mental. No.
It was fucking absolutely thronging. Couldn't move.
They reckon there's a...
I reckon it's more, as many as we had on one of our marches.
They reckon there's a heightened terror threat though, don't they?
Yeah. Well, last night, not last night, you know, we was here last Saturday. When it kicked off with the old Bill.
No.
We were. It was fucking hilarious.
Was it?
The old Bill got hammering.
Did they?
Yeah, THG run. Palestinian boys, fucking fire, you know, like that firework night we had here, where they were firing fireworks
like
into
that,
the old Bill. Oh yeah, wasn't it, Joe? Firing fucking big old... They had them.
Where were they?
Trafalgar.
Yeah.
Shell got a fucking... Shell got a video of it.
Yeah?
Well, I could not have the fight. I couldn't really get in.
We couldn't get into the fight. The fucking howls of bottles were fucking going over. Because you know that where they had them corner gym, you got that bit above.
Yeah.
A bit above. You know, we go into that place. So there was the old Bill down here. The fucking bottles and sticks and everything was going raining down on top of them. Oh, I fucking couldn't help myself. I give them a fucking TSG. I give them a fucking bit of there.
Listen, I'm gonna go down here.
Anyway, apart from that, Jim, keep safe and take care.
You too, mate. Yeah. Oh my goodness, boys. Fuck, this is mental. Absolutely off the fucking head. Get under my hood.
Right. We see together.
No, that's some like vintage shit.
Did you guys, sure there's some fucking Jews down here. Albanians. Where can we stand, mate? This is no good better here. These leaves, all the leaves are gone. Mate, this camera's going to be fucked. What are you smoking? Whatever I stumble across. I've already done that. Who? I know, I'll come out over there. I fucking hope so. Exactly that.
See that?
Film it, film it, film it. What is it? Oh, the sky! Boys, this ain't looking well for the equipment, boys, let me tell ya. It don't look well. Looking for your friends? Are they not up there no more? Oh right, yeah. The rain, boys. The rain is going to fuck the equipment, I can tell. If we go down, it's because the rain has killed us. Who? Oh, he's got the underneath. I'm gonna have to turn, I can't, you can't run this like this, this is gonna break. It's insane. It's torrential. Oh, it comes down as well. It is all wet in the porch and that, mate. That's not good at all. Whereas I'm going to have to turn it off because it's going to